This past week was an absolute nightmare. My Gmail, both of my YouTube accounts, and my Twitter were all hacked and compromised. I couldn't get in. My name is James Lynch. Before I get into today's video, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be doing with this channel going forward, as I do plan to keep it active, as it was a backup account through this entire ordeal. Let's go all the way back to the beginning here. Monday, I get a DM from someone that looked like a very legit account. I went and actually looked at their Twitter. They were actively tweeting from someone that was looking to advertise on my channel. And this is something I get hit up for a lot. Basically, companies want to advertise on my channel in exchange for compensation. So it was just like anything else. So we had sort of talked about doing some advertising. Someone then emailed me some assets. And in those assets was a video file that was going to be used for potential advertising on my channel in term for some compensation. And then it also contained an agreement as a PDF file. Again, not out of the ordinary. And let me also preface by saying that before I got hacked this week, I had the proper security measures intact. My Gmail account had a recovery phone number. It had a recovery email. I had the two-factor authentication on. I had everything ironclad. So this is why, when I'm dealing with people like this, I'm not exactly that worried because, again, I have the security measures in place. But as I'm going through this process of trying to get some advertising on my channel, someone, the person who was ended up hacking me, the PDF file, which he told me to click on, which was supposed to be an agreement that I was supposed to sign, was not a PDF file. It was an SCR file, which is a screensaver file, which I come to find out later is a file that got access to all of my passwords. It's an absolute nightmare. So I clicked on the file and immediately I realized it was not a PDF because it would not open. I double checked on the file. It was an SCR file, did a quick Google search, found out this is common for people trying to hack into your computer. So I'm freaking out. I delete all the files. I check my PC to make sure nothing is running, and I shut down my computer because I think, okay, if this guy's got a hold of my account, better make sure that he can't actually do anything with it. So restart my computer, come back, look on my actual, programs and everything. Nothing seems to be running. Nothing looks out of the ordinary. I think, okay, I just dodged a bullet here because I realized that whatever this guy was trying to do wasn't going to be able to do it. So I went about my day. I'm recording a video after that. All of a sudden, as I'm recording that video, I see my Google is signed out. This happens every now and then. You never know. Maybe stuff gets changed, whatever, from earlier. I don't know. But I keep recording the video. And then as soon as I'm done the video, I go and look and I cannot get back into my Google account. I think, okay, no worries. I've got the authenticator. I've got my backup phone number. I've got all these different things. None of that would work. The guy went in and changed all the security options. So he actually changed my security. He removed everything, removed my phone number, removed my backup email, removed the two-factor authentication, which I still don't know how he was able to do. And then on top of that, he changed it to the security measures as being one of them as you need a USB stick to actually log into Google, which I don't have access to because this guy got this USB stick sent to him at whatever address it was. On top of that, he changed it to a backup code, which I also did not have access to. And then he changed the emails as well, which I also did not have access to. I am freaking out at this point because I have so much tied up into this Gmail account, including both of my YouTube channels with no other way of getting into that channel. A little bit more on that later. So the first thing I do as this is all going on is I go to Twitter. I have 18,000 followers on Twitter. I thought, okay, if I get the word out and let people know I've been hacked, maybe someone can help me if they've gone through this previously. I'm also in the process of messaging YouTube on Twitter, YouTube support. You have to check to make sure it's the right account because there's a couple dummy accounts as well, but the one that has the gold star on it, the gold verification badge, that's the one you want to get in touch with. So I got in touch with them. And then it just so happens that I have a golfing buddy who is an expert in cybersecurity. So I messaged him as well. So I'm doing everything I can. On top of all that, I, make sure that I'm creating a new YouTube account because again, if I lose this account, I want to have another account like up and running. And then I went to a backup Twitter account that I have and had that as well in case anything happened there. Also, on my main Twitter account, just in case someone was able to hack that, I changed the backup email on it. It didn't matter. The guy ended up getting into my account, changing all the backup options, similar what happened with Gmail, and locked me out. And as of the recording this right now, I'm still locked out of that account, hoping Twitter will resolve this in the coming days, but that's where we're at right now. The guy also went in and deleted all of my tweets that I had about letting people know that I had been hacked. So again, I got three major platforms, Google, Gmail, Twitter, and YouTube, all locked out, nothing I can do about it. My YouTube channel then is hacked. It is running a Tesla live stream. It is changed to Tesla Live instead of Lynch on Sports, and all my videos are gone from my playlists, and you've created new playlists, which are all Tesla related. And I come to find out later, this is something that happened to a lot of people, including the UFC's YouTube account. So that's what we're dealing with right now. Like I mentioned, I had the security measures intact. The guy still got through. and everything else. So as this is all going on, I'm one of those people, I don't like sitting around and waiting. So like I said, I made the new YouTube channel. I went and changed my backup Twitter account to like actually saying it's a backup Twitter account to let people know what's going on, and tried to spread the word as much as possible. But I'm freaking out because like I said, I have so much tied into that Gmail account. I get in touch with my cybersecurity buddy, and he mentions to me, get a hold of Google as best you can. I end up calling the Google the next day, which is a very tough phone number to get a hold of. But that turned out being a waste of time. So here's a little lesson for you guys. If you're ever trying to get in touch with Google, don't even bother calling them, because the only thing that customer support at Google can do is tell you how to use the recovery options on the website, which for me did not work because all of my recovery options were not viable because he had changed those. So I'm panicking right now. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I had to cancel, a bunch of interviews, all these other things, because I'm having to deal with this security crisis, which was absolutely nuts. So as I'm talking to YouTube support, they get me to fill out some tickets. I do that. I explain exactly what's happened, all of that. I got to mention, YouTube and Google were actually really great throughout this process. I was getting DMs back and forth from YouTube support. They were on it. The ticket process did not take that long. They were good about getting back to me. And I should also mention, I made a new Gmail account as well, just because, again, I wanted a way to communicate them as well too. On top of that, I produced a show for UFC Fight Pass. So a couple days later, I was able to get a YouTube contact through the UFC that was also helping me on my case. Now, my cybersecurity buddy, he ended up actually helping me a bit because he was able to actually get my Google account locked, and he was also able to get the YouTube channel taken down. Now, as soon as I saw my YouTube channel down, it says it's terminated. I'm freaking out. Again, I started this channel in 2016. I'm thinking there's a chance my YouTube channel might be gone forever, but my cybersecurity guy mentioned to me, he's like, look, don't worry about it. YouTube can switch a channel on and off at any point. So that's good as well too. So it took a couple days. This happened on Monday, January 16th. A few days later, on Thursday, was when I ended up, getting my channel back. And here's how I did it. So it was a combination of things. Number one, my account was locked, which was great. So the hacker could not do any further damage. The second thing was, while on my Chrome browser, all the recovery options were not available on my desktop, I did notice when I went on my mobile phone, for whatever reason, my backup email still was allowing me the option to send a verification code, but that was going to take up to 48 hours. So it did. So I ended up doing that on Tuesday. It did end up coming late on Thursday. So I ended up doing that, got the email from Google, put in a new password, and boom, all my accounts are back. Now, I don't know if the YouTube support helped with that. I don't know if my cybersecurity buddy, factored in that as well, but I was able to get back into my account through my old recovery email, which I thought was like a miracle, to be honest. So I can't exactly tell you how I got my channel back, but if you guys are having any problems about being locked out of your Gmail account and your backup options are gone, try using your phone, because your phone will use a lot of cache options on there, and you can maybe get your account back there. So I get my Gmail account back first, and then my channel's still suspended and terminated, but that ended up coming on a few hours later, and YouTube was able to assist in that. They did email me back saying, hey, we got your account back. We realized this was a hacker. So that's the good news. So yeah, that's where we're at as of today, Sunday, the 22nd, is I now have my Gmail and my YouTube back. I'm still waiting on Twitter. Maybe I'll do a separate video on that later. But for now, everything's great. So here's what I would recommend going forward is what you should do. The number one thing that I learned through this entire process is, if any of you have a YouTube channel, go into your permissions and make sure more people have access to the channel. One of the things I could have done when I got hacked is, if I had another email to get access to that account, I could have gone in and at least prevented some of the hacking from taking place, because I would have had other people on that channel. So now I have 3 or 4 emails on every single one of my YouTube channels as managers, as a way to get into those channels. So that's the first thing I would recommend doing. Second is, I have to make stronger passwords, because I'm assuming that's part of the reason I got hacked as well. They were the same ones that have, numbers and letters and all that, but I've done an even better job of that going forward, making sure that those are all a lot better too. The third thing is using a VPN every single day. I had a VPN, I just did not use it that day because I was having issues live streaming. So that is one thing going forward I will be using, is a VPN, and I'll have to figure out the live streaming thing a bit later there as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Like, again, if you're in this situation and you happen to be a very dire situation, which is your Gmail's locked out, you can't get in, a hacker has access to it, and your recovery options are off, hopefully something in here would have helped. But I think it's very encouraging, at the very least, to be able to talk to YouTube. And YouTube and Google are owned by the same people. So if you are having an issue with your Gmail account, maybe try and go through YouTube, and they can help you with the solution as well. So that's something else I would recommend too. But like I said, the biggest things you can take away from this video, the best advice I can give is, if you do have, and also same thing goes for Gmail. So along with YouTube, get as many people having access to a specific email or specific YouTube channel as you can. That way, if you're ever locked out, you have other options here. A hacker could still go in and remove most of it, but if you make multiple emails, that's just a better way of having access to your channel. Obviously, use all the security measures as possible for every single account. Use the 2FA for every single thing. Like now I have 2FA for almost everything I use now. Banking, you name it. I've been doing that. And since this has all happened, I have moved all my, all my stuff that I use with that Gmail account, moved over to a new email, just in case something like this doesn't happen in the future. So I hope I kind of summarized this. I know this video went a little bit longer and, again, I didn't have any graphics or visuals, but the main thing was I just wanted to get a video out here to give some advice to people who either are going through a situation like this or ways to avoid this in the future. Now, the final thing I wanted to mention in this video is the future of this channel. Something I've been thinking about for a while, and this seems like the perfect opportunity to do it, is I want to make an alternate channel. I want to start doing different stuff that's not MMA related and put it on this channel. So while I won't be posting content on here every single day, I will be posting content on here in the future, not related to mixed martial arts. It'll be other stuff. It'll be advice. It'll be things like this, just trying to help people out. I really want to use my platform the best I can to give back and to, help people out. Because like I said, this was one of the most stressful times of my life, to be honest, because I thought I lost so much stuff. I had tax stuff. I had, you name it. Everything was tied into this Gmail account. And if I would have lost it, there's so much stuff I would have had to go back and recreate, and it would have taken me forever. And just to have it back, I'm extremely grateful. And also want to give a big shout out to everyone that did support me during this entire time, reaching out, giving messages and all that. That stuff really helps. So again, I want to thank a lot of people who are making it to the end of this video and watching that. And like I said, the future of this channel will be other content that I'm going to put on here. I have a couple ideas for some content I want to put on, but it's going to be a lot of advice, a lot of things that I've learned, and a lot of things of giving back. So there we go. So again, one last time, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. If any of you have any issues, I'm easy to get a hold of. My email is linked here. Just leave a comment on this video. I'd be happy to help you. And also, I should mention, one of the things when you put the word hack on social media is you get a lot of these people saying, I can help you. Ignore all those. You want to talk to people who are legit if they're going to help you figure out the solution. So there we go. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.